Aphorism 72 to 81 explains the types of diseases. 72 about acute diseases and chronic diseases. Acute is the one which finishes the course quickly. It's short. It either ends up in recovery or death. It can get cured, or it can recover itself even without the aid of medicines in certain cases. But chronic disease, it's gradual, it has a long course, the beginning is usually imperceptible, and the vital force offers useless resistance, which means vital force cannot resist and cure it. Medical aid will be required, and it is due to a chronic miasm. Chronic diseases are usually due to chronic miasms. So acute disease is the one which finishes the course quickly, but chronic disease is the one which has a long course. So these points about chronic diseases should be remembered. 23 explains different types of acute diseases. It can be individual acute disease, sporadic, or epidemic. Individual are the commonly found acute diseases, which happens to an individual. The sporadic is usually due to meteoric or telluric influences. It's like the attacks are here and there. One case is here in India, another case in Switzerland, another case in some other place. So that is sporadic. Epidemic is contagious diseases. Many are affected from the same cause by similar sufferings. In individual acute diseases, the cause is transient explosion of the latent sora. The latent sora, which is there in all of us, will explode, and that one causes individual acute diseases, the commonly found acute diseases. And also this aphorism mentions acute miasms like chronic miasms, which can cause acute diseases. The two types are non-recurring and recurring. Non-recurring are the one which will come only once in our lifetime, like smallpox, measles, whooping cough, scarlet fever. Recurring are the ones like plague of Levant, yellow fever, Asiatic cholera. So these examples should be remembered. These might be asked in a question, because which are the non-recurring ones, which are the recurring ones. Non-recurring are the ones which comes only one in lifetime. So remember, smallpox, measles, whooping cough, all these are under small non-recurring acute miasms. Aphorism 74, it explains artificial chronic diseases. This is very, very, very important. So this part from 74 to 78 are very important. Many questions are asked just to identify the type of disease. Artificial chronic diseases, the dynamic disease plus drug disease gets complicated to form the artificial chronic disease. That's it. In the footnote, Brosius methods are mentioned once again. We already discussed it, that how torturesome it was, because it caused artificial chronic diseases. The treatment, that drug disease complicated with the already existing dynamic disease and formed a complex disease, and that is the reason why it did not get cured. And Brosius method resulted in artificial chronic diseases. Aphorism 75 says it's the most incurable type of diseases. That is, artificial chronic diseases are not naturally occurring dynamic diseases anymore, because it complicated itself with the drug disease, and because of which it is very difficult to be treated and cured. The most incurable types of diseases is artificial chronic diseases. So that is a frequently asked question. Which is the most incurable type of disease? Aphorism 76 says vital force itself must remedy artificial chronic disease, because medicines might not be able to help, because medicines are always intended to cure naturally occurring diseases. Medicines have the properties which are similar to naturally occurring dynamic diseases, but these artificial diseases might be a little difficult to get cured with medicines. So vital force itself must remedy artificial chronic diseases. Aphorism 77 takes you to pseudochronic diseases. Now remember the names: inappropriately named chronic diseases or false chronic diseases. All these refer to pseudochronic diseases. These are due to avoidable noxious influences. This is not due to a miasm, only because of avoidable noxious influences like addictions, abstinence, unhealthy localities, exertion of body and mind. Any of these things can cause an unhealthy state in a person. So these are the avoidable noxious influences which causes an unhealthy state in a person. So when it gets chronic, when it takes a long course, it will look like a chronic disease, because the suffering is there in the person for a long duration. So that is called pseudochronic disease because it's not due to a chronic miasm. In such cases, what we need to do is remove that particular maintaining cause. If the person is having overexertion of mind and body, or any unhealthy habit, or if the locality is not hygienic enough, if that place is affecting the health of the person, remove it. And that is important in treating pseudochronic diseases. So also remember this name, pseudochronic diseases, inappropriately named chronic diseases and false chronic diseases. Questions might come where you need to identify these types of differentiate between artificial chronic disease and pseudochronic diseases. In aphorism 78, we have true chronic diseases, which is due to a chronic miasm. The most robust constitution, the best regulated mode of living, and the most vigorous energy of the vital force. All these things might become insufficient to eradicate true chronic diseases. Why? Because this is due to an internal cause, due to a chronic miasm. 79th aphorism introduces syphilis and psychosis, because we discussed about chronic miasms in 78, and the three chronic miasms, those are psychosis, syphilis, and sora. So psychosis and syphilis comes in aphorism 79. Syphilis and psychosis. Syphilis is a fatal one. It manifests in form of chancre, and psychosis manifests in form of condylomatous disease. 80th aphorism introduces Sora, the greater and more important than other miasms. It manifests in innumerable forms like nervous debility, hysteria, hypochondriasis, melancholy, mania, imbecility, neoplasms, gout, hemorrhoids, jaundice, cyanosis, amenorrhea, and a lot of symptoms. So these all things, many things are given in aphorism 80. Sora is the greater and more important than the others, the basic miasm. It is also called the hydra-headed monster or mother of all miasms. Aphorism 81 explains the development of Sora. That is, Sora have developed through all these generations, through these many years in innumerable forms.